Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, today I think it's good to recite some Abhidhamma. One of the pages here. Now, when we learn Abhidhamma, there's a lot of Citta. Okay, so you can turn on, if you print out this book, you can page on the page 26. There's some Abhidhamma, Citta in Pali and English. Let us read together. I'll read, you all follow, okay? Somanasa sahagata, titi gata sampayuta, asankarika. Okay. Second one, Somanasa sahagata, titi gata sampayuta, sasankarika. So the difference is only this one. Right? Somanasa means pleasure feeling. Sagata means accompany. Dikti means, Ditikata means wrong view. Sampayata means associated. Asankarika means unprompted. Here unprompted means the feeling come by itself. This citta arises by itself automatically, right? So then the rest will be, second one will be prompted, right? So that's how we read. Number one, I read again. Somanasa sagata, titikata sampayuta, asankarika. Okay, second one. Somanasa sagata, titikata sampayuta, sasankarika. The one. Somanasa sagata, titikata vipayuta. Vipayuta means disassociate with the wrong view. Asankarika. Somanasa sagata, titikata vipayuta, sasankarika. Number 5. It changed to upeka already. Upeka sagata, titikata sampayuta, asankarika. Upeka sagata, titikata sampayuta, sasankarika. Upeka sagata, titikata vipayuta, asankarika. Upeka sagata, titikata vipayuta, sasankarika. So this is the total 8 citta that is possible arise in us. Not all arise. At one time, only one arise. Okay. So we Sister Kahong, you read the English slower. Number 1. You just read 1 and 2 and so on.
Okay, yes, Saji. 1. Accompanied by pleasant feeling, associated with wrong view, unprompted. 2. Accompanied by pleasant feeling, associated with wrong view, prompted. 3. Accompanied by pleasant feeling, dissociated from wrong view, unprompted. 4. Accompanied by pleasant feeling, dissociated from wrong view, prompted. 5. Accompanied by neutral feeling, associated with wrong view, unprompted. 6. Accompanied by neutral feeling, associated with wrong view, prompted. 7. Accompanied by neutral feeling, dissociated from wrong view, unprompted. 8. Accompanied by neutral feeling, dissociated from wrong view, prompted.
Okay. So this is in detail. Thank you. In detail, how the citta will arise accompanied by many factors, right? So when we learn Abhidhamma, we learn things in great detail, and That's why when we learn Abhidhamma, it's very helpful for us to practice Vipassana because it trains the mind to be very sharp. Because when we practice Vipassana, we just try to see arising, passing away, yes. But if you can definitely know what kind of citta that will arise, so your mindfulness will be very sharp here. Okay. Now this example of the citta in Abhidhamma, especially if you never learned citta before. Okay, now for this, let's go back to the beginning. So just now it's just a warm up. Okay. Now we finish all. So don't worry about the numbers here. As you learn, you get to know numbers. So basically, you just need to know there's one total citta will be 89 or 1 to 1. Okay. Okay, this is the maximum citta you can get, 89 or 1 to 1. So if you want, I suggest you print out this book, then you can get to know number. Okay, now we will get all this number first and we go for this one, all right? Now, we have one kind of, we have three types of consciousness. One is called Kusala. We all know the meaning of Kusala means wholesome. And when there's a wholesome citta, there will be the result. The result is effect is called vipaka. Okay. And sometimes we have one citta called kriya. All right. If it's between arahant, we call it inoperative cause. That means it's functional. So because when somebody becomes an arahant, he don't produce the kusala anymore. So the citta he produced is called kriya, no more kusala, no more wholesome. Why? Because when you say kusala, wholesome, then they imply there must be a result. Okay? Because since arahant will not have any more result, will not have any more karma, there's no more rebirth for him. That's why it's only kriya. Okay? That's why kriya means inoperative functional. Right? You all get the point? Okay. So far you can see how many citta you have. One is called kusala. If you know kusala, there will be an akusala. Right? Here is another type of citta. The one is called kriya. Okay, so this is a very short.
Sorry, Venerable. Sorry,
Yes.
Venerable. Can you please explain what is inoperative or functional? Thank you.
Inoperative means it will not produce any effect. Right? So this one. This one, okay? Thank you. Okay, now let's go for this one. Now you can see there's all types of citta. Now we have 89 1 to 1. So this is the first number you need to know. And 89 1 to 1 divided to worldly and worldly is lokiya. Lokiya coming from the Pali word loka. Loka plus iya belong to the world, right? Means it's a mundane one. Loka plus iya means a mundane citta. Right? This means that this kind of citta will occur to us most of the time and in the mundane life, all right? So another type is we call it the supramundane. Supramundane to do with enlightenment only. So that's why it is called, the Pali is called Loka and Uttara, right? Loka is world. Uttara is beyond the world. It goes beyond the mundane world. So this is called supramundane. So it's a 8 plus 8 or 40. Okay, 8 because you got 4 paths. You all remember we have 4 levels of enlightenment, right? First, second, third, fourth. Because of 4 level of enlightenment, so you got 4 paths and 4 fruition. After the Magga Citta arise, then the Phala Citta will arise. Okay, the path after the path consciousness, then the next one, the fruition consciousness. So that's why 4 and 4. So if you put 4 and 4, you got 8. Now this just to say how you get 20, very easy. So if the 4 you times 5 types of jhana, then you got 20. Then 20 and 20, you got 40. Right. So later we will get to know more of this. So anyway, so you just know we have 2 types. One is a mundane, one is supramundane. Now this mundane Mundane means anything happen to us in our worldly life, like the greed, hatred, delusion, you can see. So we have 54. So Kama Vachara, we call it sense sphere. Sense sphere means something to do with our sense, right? Like you see something, you hear something, you have greed over the flowers or whatever. Something to do with our human world or deity world. So we call it sense sphere. Karma and Avachara. Okay. There are explanation later, so I just briefly go through. So 54 is divided 12 Akusala. And the one just now we recite is the very first Citta. 8 greed-rooted Citta. Lobha, Mula Citta. Greed-rooted Citta. Now, Mula means we translate as root, but actually you can translate the greed is the main cause. Because due to greed, somebody kill, somebody steal. So this is the Citta with the greed as predominant. Then there will be 2 as a hatred as predominant. Then there will be 2 delusion as predominant. So if you add 8 plus 2 and 2, you got 12. Okay. Basically, when you learn Abhidhamma, you need to know, we call it the 3 main root, Lobha, Dosa, Moha. Greed, hatred, delusion are the main roots when somebody perform any of the 12 unwholesome action. Okay. So after that, there will be 18. Okay. Then so on. Okay. As we go along, then we come back to the charts again. Right now, we go for the first one. How many of you bring this book? You all don't bring? 1. Okay. 18. Okay. Now, so if you bring, you can follow more comfortable. Okay. Now, Kama Vachara Citta, sense sphere consciousness in daily life. Okay. Michael also bring. Okay. Brother 80, who you can read up to, yes, up to here. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Yeah, in our daily life, every moment, one of the 54 Kama Vachara Cittas arises in us. We live with these Cittas. First, I would like to explain the term Kama Vachara. It is composed of 2 words, Kama and Avachara. The terms Kama give 2 meanings. 1, desire, Kilesa Kama. 2, objects to be desired, Vatu Kama. When we see something beautiful that is desirable, desire for it arises. This is called Kilesa Kama. Vatu Kama is a thing to be desired or a desirable object. By seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching, desire and objects to be desired appear. In the world, there are many beautiful things, including beautiful sights, sweet sounds, sweet smell, good food, and good touches. So desire arises. So one says, what a beautiful sight, what a sweet sound.
Okay, thank you. So this is called Kama. Kama is the meaning of Kama, it has 2 meanings. One is desire, right? Desire means unwholesome. So we call it Klesa. Klesa actually means defilement. So you can write defilement, Kama. So desire. Now the other one, object of desire. Object of desire means anything we desire. Like you see you see something you like, you hear something you like, you touch something. So anything to the 5 senses. Okay, so all these beautiful things, smell, food, and go. So because of these beautiful objects, then you will have desire. Okay, because of this object here is called Vatu. Because of Vatu Kama objects, then there will be desire. Or because of desire, you want to obtain the Vatu Kama. So these 2 are linked to each other. All right. So you can see that is why any Citta to do with this kind of things, any Citta that based on the desire or Vatu, so it's called Kama Vachara. So every day in our life, you can see this one. Okay, you can see with the moment you see a flower, see a tree, you see something you like it, and then you see any of the enjoyable things, right? So this kind of citta will arise. So just now we go back to the chart again. So yeah, even you have greed for something, yes. Even hatred is also considered as kama vachara. Even delusion is also kama vachara, because all these are based on the sensual object, right? Okay, let's go back. Okay, so now you know the meaning of kama and avachara. Kama is a desire or object to be desired. Avachara means fear, right? It's in fact, if we use the word avachara, it's like where your mind move around. Your mind will move around the desire or object, right? So it's a sphere, like where your mind is traveling. So kama vachara citta. So sometimes it's difficult for me to use the English, so I will use the word Pali. So in fact, any of the Burmese teacher, you notice that any of the Abhidhamma teacher, they will use the Pali because it's difficult to convert everything to English. So you all just need to remember, Kama Vachara is sense sphere consciousness. Okay? Okay, now. So this is a Abhidhamma in daily life. We call it Contemplation Abhidhamma. So which is actually, Sayadaw used very simple language. Sayadaw, he was the lecturer, he was a rector of my university, and he now opened his own university in Myanmar. So when he gave the Abhidhamma lecture, which recorded, and now 2,000 people are taking Abhidhamma and Sutta class. You know, when they listen to his discussion, or like now recording like mine, after that there are 2,000, 3,000 people in Myanmar taking the exam based on his lecture. He's one of the very top teacher in Myanmar. Okay, now, next person, Sister Sumitra Khan. You can read, yeah.
When the Buddha advises us to remove the desire, kilesa karma, it does not mean destroying the object, watu karma, destroying beautiful things. Instead, we should eradicate kilesa karma, the desire or attachment to objects. This attachment leads to worry. In the human world, many kinds of kama vachara cittas, such as greedy mind, always appear. Normally, we use 5 senses to get pleasure by seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. Sensual pleasures appear in this world. This kama vachara citta always appear in the kama plane, which is why they are called kama plus avachara, which in English is sensual pleasure plus frequent. The citta that frequents the sensual pleasure.
Okay, right, thank you. Right, now the key point is you have 2 karma, right? The first one is desire. Kilesa means defilement, right? And the second one is watu means object. So it does not mean that you have to destroy all the beautiful objects, because it's impossible you want to destroy the whole world, okay? Because the whole world is made of very beautiful objects, okay? So what we want is destroy the second one, the first one, the desire, attachment to that, because that will cause suffering, not the object itself, right? That's why it's not to say you all must, like all the Buddhists must sleep in the graveyard because you don't want to see beautiful object, right? It's quite impossible to say like this. Okay, so all the Buddhists must eat very simple food, very tasteless food. Okay, you cannot do like that, because the main thing is destroy the desire, not the object itself. All right. Now the meaning is kama vachara means appear in karma world. Karma world means, what is karma world? Human world, Deva world. Human world, Deva world is full of sensual desire, right? Especially deities world, Deva world, they have no suffering. Human world is mixed between suffering and happiness. So the terms here, kamavachara means the mind that frequent the sensual pleasure. Okay. Kumar, you read this one?
Just by thinking about a thing, one will get some idea about it. But when one sees the actual sight, one gets some pleasure. After hearing a sweet sound or tasting good food, one also gets pleasure. Foreigners taste Burmese cuisine and think it is so oily, but Burmese people prefer food with strong taste. So different tastes are pleasurable to different people.
Okay. Do you know what is this paragraph trying to tell you? Kumar? It is not so difficult. You all can try.
We tend to get pleasure from good stuff. By just thinking about it, also we feel the pleasure.
Okay. Besides thinking about it, and you need to have the actual taste, actual experience. Okay.
Actual
If
experience. Okay.
sometimes we think about it, you might have some pleasure. But if you really enjoy it, you eat it, you taste it. That's why I decided to say, okay, now you might not familiar with the Burmese food, but when you eat the Burmese food, sometimes some people like it, some people don't like it. But that's the actual thing, right? That's a trying to say from the viewpoint, because I was giving the talk to a group of foreigners. Okay, you can continue this one sometime. Kumar?
The meanings of Sankara. In the five aggregates, Sankara means mental formations. Independent origination, there is Avijja Pachaya Sankara, where Sankara refers to volitional activities that are the same as Kamma. In the Dhammapada, Sabbe Sankara Anicca means that all conditioned things are impermanent. Whatever happens according to conditions is called Sankara. In the classification of Citta, Sasankarika is prompted with promptitude or has encouragement from others or oneself, or effort by oneself. Asankarika is unprompted, unpromptitude, that is without encouragement.
Okay. So just now we read the word sasankarika, asankarika. So sasankarika means prompted. You prompted by yourself or prompted by people. This is sasankarika. Asankarika with the negative means automatic. Like you see somebody fall down, you automatically want to help them, right? Like that, this kind of thing. So you just now we see this in this one. Asankarika, sasankarika. Sasankarika means you prompted yourself or prompted by others. It's not automatic. Asankarika means sometimes maybe you something by you, automatically you feel very angry. Automatically it arises by itself. Okay. Of course, all these are to do with prompted, but sometimes we say if the anger comes spontaneously, then it's considered as an automatic. And now we go back. So there's a definition of sankara, because sankara is a very difficult to translate. It has a lot of meaning. It depends on even nowadays with sometimes they call it condition, unconditioned. So you can see if we look at the Palitic society, you can see a lot, right? Yeah. Okay. This is only one word, no? Sankara. Okay. So sankara is a big word. We translate accordingly from one place to another. Right. So dependent origination, sankara means volitional activities. So depends on ignorance, we do something, that's sankara. In Dhammapada, sabbe sankara anicca, all conditioned things are impermanent. Okay. Citta is considered prompted. Now the meaning of akusala. Brother Michael, yes, it's your turn.
The meaning of Akusala. Karma Vachara is classified into three types: Akusala, Ahituka, and Subhana Citta. As for Akusala, the prefix is negative. Akusala means contradictions of Usala. Usala means meritorious or moral. All the types of Akusala are faults and bring bad results. Whenever Akusala arises, it's a fault. Akusala will surely bring about a result, as that is the nature of Akusala. Whoever touches fire will be burned. All will be burned. I'm a Burmese or German, and therefore the fire cannot burn me. We cannot say it like that. Everybody who touches fire will be burned because heat is the nature of fire. Thus, bringing about a result is the nature of Akusala. Whoever commits Akusala, regardless of caste and religion, Akusala will bring about ill result to him or her. This is definite because of all types of Akusala have faults and bring about ill results.
Okay, thank you. So now we go for the first type. The first type under the Kamawachara is Akusala, right? Unwholesome. So A is negative. Kusala, you know, so Akusala is a negative opposite of Kusala. So the idea is it have fault and it brings bad result. Only these two key points, right? So the simile is fire. There's a simile. So only this is important. So all the Akusala is fault, has fault and bring bad result. Okay. Now, the Akusala, the first one we learn. So far, actually, if we look at the charts there, on the top earlier on, actually among the 89 Cittas, actually we are lucky, 89 Citta, Akusala is only 12. It's only 12. You see others 18 and 24. There are some more numbers, 15 or 40 and so on. Actually, 12 is the least number. It's the least number. But it's the one that happened to us most. Okay? I think you all agree. Yeah. You can see your mind is desire this, desire that. The moment you see a flower, you see a car, greed arises. So the number is very least, but it happens all the time. So now we are 54. We finished just now the definition of Kamawachara. Now we're going for 12 Akusala. Now, okay, what is just now the 12 Akusala we mentioned? Akusala means brings is a fault, has fault and brings a bad result. Okay, now after that, then you will explain some more. Then after that, we go for the 8 Loba Mula Citta. Okay, now 12. So this is a Jiaxing, you're under certificate also. Jiaxing, you can read this one.
Yeah. From Akusala Cittas. Akusala Cittas is divided into three types according to their roots. Trees have roots. Depending on roots, trees get bigger. Similarly, depending on roots, Akusala grows. What are these roots? Lobha, attachment, dosa, hatred, and moha, delusion.
You need to bring your mic nearer to you. Mic nearer, yeah. If not, it's too far. Yes.
Lobha, dosa, and moha are cetasika, mental property, mental state, not citta. They are the roots of all types of Akusala. Therefore, Akusala, citta, and cetasika are associated with them. But we should classify them according to their characteristics. The first type in Akusala Cittas is Loba Mula Citta. The word Loba Mula is a compound word consisting of two words, Loba and Mula. Loba means attachment, Mula means root. Loba Mula means rooted in attachment. Loba Mula Citta refers to consciousness that is rooted in attachment. Depending on attachment loba, a particular consciousness arises within us.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, but your voice still very soft. Okay.
Learning your thing.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, now we have 12 Akusala Citta. So which depend on root. All right. Root here means mula. So you see the Pali word mula. So based on lobha, dosa, moha, greed, hatred, delusion, or greed. Normally we use the word greed, but you can put attachment also can. So these are Cettasika. Remember, we learned the ultimate realities. We had Citta, Cettasika, Rupa, Nibbana. So these are not, this one we call it their Cettasika. Based on Cettasika, you got the Citta, all right? So here, Loba, Dosa, Moha are Cettasika. So the first one is called, 8 of them, Loba, Mula, Citta. Means it's a Citta rooted in attachment. Or we call it the Citta with attachment or greed as predominant. Okay, so this is the first term you should remember. Lobha, Mula, Citta, rooted in attachment. So it depends on something. So sometimes when you have a greed or desire for this, then this kind of Citta will arise because it's a greed rooted. Okay. Brother Ron, yes, you can read this one. This one, these two paragraphs. Yes.
The second type is dosa mula citta. Dosa means hatred. Have you experienced dosa? Dosa is the feeling of I am so angry. When you are angry, what happens? Do you feel sad or unhappy? Dosa is like a fire. Whoever gets so angry will have to face turning red. The whole body will shake. Everybody has experienced dosa. Some citta are rooted in dosa. These cittas can be called dosa mula cittas, aversion-rooted consciousness. The next type is moha mula citta, or delusion-rooted consciousness. Moha means delusion. It is the lack of understanding the truth. Before we study Dhamma, we are ignorant about the Dhamma. We are in the dark. When we study the Dhamma, we know Dhamma and we understand the Dhamma. When we are in the light, likewise, moha is the same as darkness. In the dark, you can't see anything, but actually, there are many things in the darkness.
Okay, thank you. So second one is, first one is Lobha Mula, second one is called Dosa Mula. Now this one, Dosa. The Pali root is dus, okay, D-U-S, dus. Okay, so we can translate as aversion, hatred. So it's the thing that when you're angry, this kind of citta will arise. Okay, when you're angry, sometimes we can see the result in the face, in the body. Anger is quite active dosa. When you're feeling sad and unhappy, it's called passive type. All right, it's burning inside. So when you're angry, you are burning outside. You want to burn outside. All right, so we call even sad and unhappy is also considered dosa. Okay, so this is called dosa mula citta, aversion rooted consciousness, or if you want to understand, you also can use word hatred rooted. But hatred is kind of like strong word. Okay, the next one is moha mula citta. Okay, so far you learned 3 already. Lobha mula, dosa mula, moha mula. Means do not understand the truth, ignorance. So moha is like darkness. When wisdom is considered light, like when you go to some place, you turn on the light, you can see everything. But when you switch off the light, it's dark. You cannot see anything. You don't know anything. So it's like moha. When moha is there, you cannot see nothing. Everything is clouded in the darkness. Okay, so moha is like this. Vincent Lim. Vincent Lim? Yes, you can
Yes,
read.
yes.
Yes.
Indeed, the truth exists in the world. Because of moha, we cannot see the truth, which exists all the time. This is due to moha or delusion-rooted consciousness. Knowledge is like the light, whereas darkness is delusion. The two cannot coexist. Next paragraph. I cannot scroll. When there is light, there is no darkness. When there is no light, there is darkness. When knowledge arises, there can be no moha. Loba mula.
Okay, so stop for a while. Okay. Now, here according to what Abhidhamma say, the world is the truth is there all the time, but it's covered by delusion. Like everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanent, suffering, non-self, but we cannot see because of moha. Right? That's why we need knowledge. Because when knowledge arises, it destroys the moha. Okay, yeah, Brother Vincent, you can continue. Yes.
Loba mula citta. Loba mula consciousness are classified into 8 kinds. These 8 are the same in their nature of craving, but they are divided according to feelings, their association, and their promptitude. According to their nature, there is only one type of loka mula citta. However, it is twofold by means of feeling. When lopa mula citta arises, it can be associated with either one of the two feelings, pleasant feeling and neutral feeling. For example, when we see some beautiful things for the first time, loba mula citta arises, we may exclaim how we love it because of the pleasant feeling. Because of the pleasant feeling, one might say, what a sweet song.
Okay, right. So now we are going to very detailed. We know the loba mula citta is 12, okay, 12. Now out of this 12, sorry, loba mula citta is 8, all right. Now how are you going to get this 8? Because divided into different types. Feeling, association, and promptitude. Now the feeling comes, all right, because when you see something, when the grip come, it come with pleasant feeling. Like you see a beautiful flower, you see a TV, a movie you like, is considered with pleasant feeling. But sometimes grief can come with a neutral feeling because after you see the same flower again, then you're no more excited by it. Then it's just a neutral feeling. Right. Now, so I will give some example here. Okay. Butika Chong. Right. Yes.
When someone likes somebody, they greet each other with terms like sweetie, honey. This is because of attachment and the pleasant feeling. The face also changes due to the pleasant feeling. But if we meet the same person every day, the pleasant feeling does not arise frequently. At that time, a neutral feeling arises, not a pleasant feeling. One will not say lovely anymore. One never says that way, except the first time when we get excited. Therefore, loba mula citta is classified into 2 according to feeling, pleasant feeling or neutral feeling.
Okay. So you can think about that. For example, this is talking about somebody you meet. But what if, for example, you like ice cream? I think everybody like ice cream, right? So at first it's very nice. So imagine you eat one ice cream, it's very sweet, very cooling. Then you go for second cup. After you go for third cup, after you go fourth cup, do you think you have pleasant feeling? No, it changes to neutral feeling. But if you continue to eat some more, you maybe have aversion feeling, right? So the feeling can change. Not to say all the same objects must be the same feeling. Like for example, you like the maybe fried rice, okay? So at first you eat very happy, oh so nice, the fried rice tastes nice. Then after you eat, you're very full. Then do you have pleasant feeling? No, it becomes neutral feeling. Okay, feeling will change. Not to say all the loba mula, greed, rooted, it must be pleasant feeling. No, it changes all the time. That's why with mindfulness, you notice that it can change. Okay, now, right? In short, loba mula can be of two feelings, right? So the feeling just now is a pleasant and neutral. Now, pleasant feeling is called somanasa. I use this color. I hope you all can see it. Okay. And then the neutral feeling is called upeka. Right? Right? So same rooted loba mula, it can be accompanied by somanasa, pleasant feeling, or accompanied by neutral feeling, upeka. Okay? Okay, now you all get it, right? Yeah. Now, but then you can multiply by associate with wrong view or without wrong view. Okay. Now you can see this. Okay, I'll highlight it quick. All these are somanasa. Okay, now sometimes the feeling, even though it's pleasant feeling, it can accompanied by wrong view, right? And sometimes it can be not accompanied, means disassociated with wrong view. Okay, so you have two factors here, either with the wrong view or without a wrong view. Okay, now the explanation will be given later. Okay, all right, so we read it first. Okay, now it's not explained here yet. I think explained somewhere here. Okay, now I just go through. Now, what is wrong view? Wrong view means, for example, somebody thinks stealing is not evil. So this is a wrong view. Okay. Now, if somebody knows stealing is evil, so that means that this has no wrong view. So this is called disassociated. This is called associated. All right. So sometimes this kind of wrong view can happen because, for example, due to the greed, somebody thinking that stealing is no wrong view, stealing is not evil, so he go and steal something. Okay, so is it possible in this world? You can think about that, right? There's somebody think that maybe let's say during the famine time or during the earthquake time when the store, some of the building collapse, inside the store they are full of many food. Then because of disaster, people go to the store, they go and take all the food from the store. So they don't think stealing is evil at that time because of due to famine. But the owner lost the food because of people take take the things without permission. Okay. Or some of the people, they are not trained by their parents. So they feel that when they're hungry, they go and steal it. Because of hunger, they can steal people's property, steal people money, or just go to store and pick up the food whatever they want. So this called wrong view. So this called associate with wrong view. And if somebody know that stealing is a bad behavior, so that person has no wrong view. So this called disassociated. Okay. Is it clear? Okay, all right. Okay, now we continue some more. So you can see here, sometimes you have a pleasant feeling, then you can be associated with the wrong view. This called, all right. And sometimes you can disassociate with wrong view. So ditikata vipayuta is without the wrong view. Okay. Now this chart may be easy to see for somebody. To somebody, it's difficult to see. Okay, I'll just make it short. For example, feeling, you have somanasa and upeka. Okay, two types of feeling, right? Then you can have either with wrong view or without wrong view. Then you can be prompted. Prompted means automatic. It can be unprompted. Unprompted means automatic. Somebody go and steal something. And prompted. Okay. Every time you see the word unprompted, you just convert in your mind as automatic. So if you times here, two types of feeling, two sides of wrong view or without wrong view, two sides of wrong. So it times 2 times 2 times 2. So you will get 8. Okay. Okay. Two types of feeling with wrong view or without wrong view, prompted or unprompted, then you will get 8 of this. Okay. Okay.
Sagi, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Well, why is it there is no unpleasant feeling? You only have pleasant and neutral. How about unpleasant?
Yes. Unpleasant will not associate with greed. Unpleasant will associate with dosa mula.
Okay.
Hatred rooted. Because when you have greed, okay, let's say for example, ice cream. When you like ice cream, it will be somanasa. After you eat ice cream for a long time, it will be upeka. Okay. But when you dislike the ice cream, it's no more this greed rooted already. It becomes dosa mula. Because you dislike the ice cream, because you feel so full and you feel that you don't want to eat the ice cream anymore. So even people give you more ice cream, you reject it. Then it's no more loba mula. It becomes dosa mula. Same also, when you eat fried rice, at first it will be somanasa. So after you eat it, you will be upeka, neutral feeling. So after that, when your stomach feel very full, you don't want to eat it, it's not this type already, it becomes dosa mula. Okay? It changed to another type.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you.
Vincent? Yes, Vincent, you want to say something?
I like to clarify on prompted and unprompted. How do you
Okay.
differentiate them, and how do you know which one is prompted and not which one is not?
Okay. Prompted means is either prompt by yourself or prompt by others. Right? Encourage thinking or this one. Okay, so you have to, it's kind of like not spontaneous. Not spontaneous is normally we call it prompted. So the unprompted will be more spontaneous. The explanation will come later. Okay, so
Can you give an example? Can you give an example to this?
Maybe later because the text not come yet. Okay, I will discuss later. We are still on this one. Okay, so later. So let me go through this one first. Okay, so because of this, like the category, there will be this 8. Okay, so if you study this 8 together, you notice that The 4 will be Somanasa, and then the 4 will be Upeka. Make it small. Okay. Maybe I have to turn the table. All right. So the 4 will be on pleasant feeling. The 4 will be on neutral feeling. And then based on the 4 on pleasant feeling, the first 2 are associated with wrong view. I use another color. I use another color. So these 2 are wrong view. Means that when they do things, they do with wrong view. These 2 are without wrong view. Okay. And then you have the same feeling, pleasant feeling, associated with wrong view, and now you divide it into asankalika, sasankalika, unprompted and prompted. Okay. Then the 3 and 4 is titikata vipayuta. This associated with wrong view. And the 3 and 4 also divided into asankalika and sasankalika, unprompted and prompted. All right. So it's either you try to write yourself or you try to memorize it. It takes some time to memorize it, but it's not so difficult once you understand the logic. So feeling somanasa first, for 4 types of feeling. 1 and 2 is wrong view, associated with wrong view. 3 and 4 is this associated with wrong view. Then when 1 and 2 is same, except 1 is asankalika, 2 is sasankalika, unprompted and prompted. Okay. Kumar, do you get it? Okay. All right. All right. Then for the neutral feeling, it's exactly like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only the feeling change to 5. The feeling change to upeka here, but the way it write is exactly like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just change the somanasa to upeka, so you get the same types of numbers. Okay. So you all need to study by yourself. Later we talk about prompted, unprompted. So not yet, because the text has not finished yet. So we still need to continue. Okay, now, yeah. Okay, this one. There are some more explanation on this prompted. Now, this is just some text first. Maybe because somebody not read before. Shock. Who is shock? Who is shock? Yeah. SEOK, yes.
Oh, it's me, Sayali.
Can you turn on your video? Your why so paiseh one?
It's no, I'm not good at computer, all these things. That's why.
Okay, never mind. Okay, you read this one. Next. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I can hear me or not?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Next, loba mula can arise without hesitation. It is not necessarily encouraged by some people. When it arises, it strongly arises. Some people slowly think about it, and later it becomes stronger and stronger. Therefore, loba mula arises without promptitude or with promptitude, without hesitation or with hesitation. Mathematically, 2 multiplied by 2 are 4, and then 4 is multiplied by 2, there are 8. This way, loba mula cittas can be classified into 8 variations. Basically, these are the 8 classifications of loba mula citta. However, Not all types of Loba Mula Cittas will arise within us. Sometimes the first one arises, maybe at other times the second or the third will arise depending on the conditions.
Okay, thank you. All right. So it's like we call it sometimes we need somebody encourage, but actually most of the time greed is never need encouragement. It just arises by itself. But when we say encouragement, for example, somebody show you the brand new handphone. So because you are encouraged by your friend, then you want to buy it. But before that, you never even want to buy the handphone. Okay. Yeah. Or sometimes you look at the handphone itself, you think about that, then you want to buy something like that, right? But anyway, all the Loba Mula Chitta, 8 of them, they do not arise at the same time. Okay. And they will not arise all of them. Okay, maybe one time or one like this, another time, another type. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and in one of them. Yeah. I think we can read this one and we stop. We finish this one first. Okay. Next person. Chuun. Okay, Chuun. Yes.
Yes, Saji.
Yes. Okay.
The Loba Mula Chitta arising in you might be the 8th type. The Loba Mula Chitta arising in me might be the 2nd type. They are different according to feeling, their association, and the presence of promptitude or not. In short, there are Loba Mola with 2 feelings. They are multiplied with wrong will or without wrong will. So there are 4. Then there is promptitude or not promptitude. So there are 8. There can be more classifications. Seeing with Loba Mula Chitta, there are 8 types. Hearing with Loba Mula Chitta, there are 8 types. If we classify with the 5 desirable objects, how many Loba Mula Chitta will be there? There will be 8 multiples by 5. So there are 40 types. In this way, there are many Loba Mula Chittas arising within oneself and others in the past, present, or future.
Okay. So you have greed. Sometimes the greed is due to the like 5 desire. So there will be Loba Mula Chitta based on the things you see, based on the things you hear, and so on. So that's why you classify by 5. There are many types. All right, many types. So this is how it is. Okay, so I think we will have 5 minutes break. So okay, I will leave this screen here on. So if you want to copy, I'm not sure how you're going to copy. I hope you all print, no, not just trying to copy from the Abhidhamma is difficult if you just copy from the text. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave the screen on, so we take 5 minutes break. So if you want to copy, you can copy here. Okay, 5 minute break now.